get straight to it on Tuesday. So you can we're all looking forward to it.
All right, Joe, go for it.
How's your shoulder?
It's good. It's been improving every day. Today's the best it's felt, so moving in the right direction.
What when that happened? We could hear it all the way up where we were sitting.
Yeah.
Coach said, I think the other night, that at first they thought maybe it was a hip issue. Did the hip hurt first and then the shoulder later?
Yeah, it was well, I thought I was gonna brace myself, and I felt my shoulder feel weird immediately, and then I felt my tailbone. I was like, that's the worst thing. And when I went to the sideline, I was like, he's like, is your arm okay? I was like, yeah, my arm's fine. And then I said, worst pain right now is my tailbone. And we was like, all right. A couple minutes went by, it was wearing off. I was like, let me just jog it off and I'll be fine. I'll just get right back in the game. Ran to the locker room, and my shoulder just dropped. Like, I couldn't even do this. So I was like, Doug, my shoulder's hurting. He's like, what, wait? I thought you said your tailbone. But yeah, my shoulder was the worst pain. My tailbone was just something I could have played through that, but I couldn't even run. I couldn't even run. My shoulder was hurting so bad.
And then you turned into a cheerleader in the second half.
Yep, went back to last year a little bit.
Yeah.
Theo, what have you seen looking at Pitt? Obviously they haven't had the season that they want, but you guys are looking to rebound here at your home floor. What have you seen out of them on tape?
I mean, I've seen a couple games from them. I haven't watched much, but one thing you know, they're gonna come play hard. It's another ACC game. They're struggling right now, but at the same time we're struggling. So it's gonna be a tough game.
Having a long stretch to be able to watch the team on the court the other night, what did you see maybe defensively and defending the perimeter that maybe you don't sense when you're actually on the court that is an issue right now that is correctable?
I think the biggest thing was over-helping. I think that was the biggest thing for us. Guys were helping when they weren't the help. We were helping from the strong side a little bit too much, and now to just give the guy on the strong side just a step-in three, which we can't have. But it was just something we saw on tape, and hopefully we can correct.
What have you seen in terms of improvements from the beginning of the year till now from Sterling and Garrison?
Just understanding that every play is important. I mean, sometimes we have laws and where we don't do that, but at the same time, I think the biggest thing for them is experience. They've been in a lot of situations. Even Coach said it yesterday. He was like, do I have you in at important times in the game? And they said yes. So you got to show me now show me that you can play in these type of games and step up for us and make those plays. So they've been in big time games and made big time plays for us, and we just got to keep it going.
Yeah, with losing a stretch of games like this, it's something that hasn't happened often in your career. I mean, is there anything, maybe among the upperclassmen you guys have talked about, is just, that feeling, or maybe trying to get back on the right track?
My message was just to build off that second half we played against Clemson. I texted them after the game, the group chat. I said, I wish I could have been out there with y'all, but the way y'all played and the way y'all fought back in that game was it was fun to watch. I mean, y'all just, with the 3-minute mark, went down 9 because after Cam fouled him for 3, he made all 3 free throws, and we could have just laid down right there. I'm like, all right, it's over. They fought back, tied the game up, and they made the plays at the end, and we didn't. And I told him, I was like, we keep that energy and we play like that, we can't be beat. And I think after practice yesterday, guys are understanding like we still have a chance to make a lot of noise, and we have the team to do it, so we're going to do all we can.
Theo, you grew up in this state. You were certainly aware of the concept of the Carolina family. What has it been like since you've been here now, especially 4 years? What are some of the best parts?
The biggest thing for me is just how many people outside of not just one team. Like, you got guys from the league always paying attention to our games. Even though if they don't watch it, they check our scores and when they know we're playing. The biggest thing here is the summers. I mean, you have so many pros to come back that just come play pickup with us just to talk to us. Even during the year, if they come and play in Charlotte, if they play anywhere close to here, they're going to try to come to a game. You got greats like Antoine Jameson, Rasheed Wallace, Phil Ford still coming around. So, I mean, that's the beauty of this program. It's a brother, it's a family, and it's.
You just edited yourself.
Yeah, I had to take that out. Yeah, but it's something that I'm glad I caught that too. That would be terrible. But it's something. It's a family here, and that's one of the reasons I came here. I saw all the people that came back during the summer, and I'm like, they come back. What do you think I'm gonna do? I mean, they care about this program just as much as Coach does, and they want us to be successful.
Are there any of those guys, the older guys, that you've gotten close with in particular, or really enjoyed getting to know?
Yeah, pretty much all of them. I mean, especially I've been here for 4 years, so if I don't have a relationship with them now, I don't know when I will. Yeah, Jawad Williams, Dino, of course Sean, Marv, all of them. I mean, they're all good dudes, and they contacts all Sheed, Raymond. I mean, it's a family. I mean, everybody's cool with everybody. If we need anything from them, we can call them whenever, and they'll take care of us. But that's the biggest thing about this program, just the people around it.
How about a month or so after you guys won the title, how many of those guys did you hear from, just through a text or stopping by?
It probably wasn't even a month. I mean, you heard from all of them. Sometimes you won't even hear from them. They don't even text you. You see it on social media. They'll say something to you, something like that. Those guys, I remember Dino was like, he stayed up late or something over where he was playing at, and to watch the game just live himself. He didn't want to look at the score or nothing. He just wanted to watch himself. And it's just fun. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see how much they care and stuff like that.
Dino, is that Dion?
Yeah. David Noel.
Oh, David Noel. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you call him Dino?
I don't know, that's what they call him. I started calling him that too.
Coaches handle the conversation about postseason resumes differently. Like Mike Bray, for example, he'll talk to you about quality wins and losses, those types of things. Roy obviously does not. I'm curious how that filters down to the players. Do you guys pay attention to any of that?
I think for me personally, it's just going into the tournament rolling. Right now we're going through a stretch where struggling a little bit, but I think for me personally, like I said before, that second half that we put on in the Clemson game, I think that got the train rolling a little bit. Got us back on track, and it's gonna get this train rolling again. And I think that's the biggest thing. It's February. I mean, it's time to go now. And I remember I was talking to Joel yesterday. I'm like, look, bro, and we both agreed to it. Like, it's February. It's time to go. Our time's almost up, so we're gonna do everything we can to get this train going so we can make another run at it.
The selection committee is going to put a bigger emphasis on road and neutral wins this year. I mean, do you feel like that's fair?
Of course they'll do it this year when we're not doing that well on the road. But I mean,
Tennessee and Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we got some good wins behind us. But at the same time, we got some other games coming up that can help us out big time at Duke, at Louisville, at Syracuse, at State, who beat us already. So we got some more opportunities, and we just got to take advantage of them.
And so the thing is they count home wins as the 1 to 25 RPI teams, and they go all the way up to 75 for road wins. It's basically the same value. I mean, is there that much of a value of being at home?
In my opinion, I think it depends on the conference too, though. You got to think about, like, the ACC is tough. Every game you play, it's going to be tough, especially on the road. I mean, nobody there is on your side except the 4 tickets you get in your family, and then. It's always tough. I mean, Virginia Tech was a hostile environment at Florida State, and then at the same time with North Carolina. So every arena we go in, it's going to be packed, and they're going to be ready to go.
Given point guard right now. Joel is kind of the last man standing.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is there a scenario where you see yourself maybe foul trouble or something for Barry that you would be the point guard out there?
I mean, I did it in the preseason when Joel got hurt the first time with his hand. I was playing point guard then, and I've been here 4 years, so I've seen what the point guard duties are, and I'm comfortable with it. Been doing it in practice the past couple of days, so I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
Weren't you on the ball a little bit more against State last week than maybe had been the norm? It's like Joel was playing awesome.
Yeah,
Or
I thought the same thing. It was a little weird. Like, I found myself bringing the ball up a lot, but if you think about it, I had 15 rebounds. So,
And you
yeah, so I just took it from the board and went. But, I mean, they trust me with it, so I just try to make the best play out of it every time I get the ball.
Anything else, anybody?
Totally random, but any other guys within college basketball you really enjoy watching, or any teams in particular?
I mean, I'd be lying if I don't watch Trey Young. I mean, the dude's putting on a show. I sometimes, when they're on TV, DeAndre Ayton, because I remember freshman year when he cooked us in Bahamas. And I just amazed how huge he is at that age. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, he's like 30.
Yeah, but yeah, I watch a lot of college basketball. I love watching basketball, NBA, and college, so I'm always watching games.
Thanks, Theo.
Thanks, Theo.